Alright, welcome back. In this video we're going to talk about arithmetic series. In a series, as we already have discussed in an earlier video, is the sum of the numbers in a sequence. You can have a finite series where you just add up a few of the numbers, or in this case you could have an infinite series, right? So the ellipses right here tell us that it's just going to go on forever. So an arithmetic series is where we're adding up the numbers in an arithmetic sequence. So we can see that this is an arithmetic series because there's a common difference. So go ahead and take a moment and find that common difference for me. Okay, so you should have seen that the common difference here is 4. We add 4 to get from 3 to 7. We add 4 to get from 7 to 11. We add 4 to get from 11 to 15, and so on. So we say D, which is our common difference, is 4. Alright, so I can set this. Well, let me do a little bit more review before we get too much into this. So what I'd like you to do now is to find a rule for this sequence. So forget about adding them up right now, but if you have 3, 7, 11, 15, 19, on and on and on, what is the rule for that? The explicit rule. So a sub n equals what? So go ahead and take a minute and find the explicit rule for this arithmetic series. Okay, so you should have gotten the first number, which is 3, and then what do you do to get the next number? Well, you add 4, so plus 4. And then how many times do you add 4 to get to the nth term? We add it n minus 1 times. So that is the rule for this particular sequence. Alright, to write a series, we're going to use sigma notation. So let's say I wanted to add up the first, 6 numbers. We're going to have the first 6 numbers in this sequence. So this would be sigma, and we'll do n equals 1 to 6, and then you put the explicit rule right here, 3 plus 4 times n minus 1. So from an earlier video, you should just know that what we want to do is find the first 6 numbers, 1 to 6, of this sequence, which we've got the first 5 up here, and add them up. So go ahead and do that. What do those 6 numbers add up to? Alright, so what you should have gotten is the first number. When we plug a 1 in, we should get 3, and then we get 7, that's the second number, and then 11, and then 15, and then 19. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, first 5 numbers, and one more would be 4 more, than that would be 23. And when we add all that up, I believe we get 78. You can do that on your calculator and see that you get 78. Alright, so here's the interesting little shortcut to this, though. If you notice, when I add them up this way, instead of adding them up, 3 plus 7 is 10, plus 11 is 21, and so on, if I add them up this way, 3 plus 23, that's 26, and then add up these two, 19 plus 7 is 26, and then add up these two, 11 plus 15 is 26. So we get 26 every time when we add them up in this particular pattern. The first number and the last number, and then the second number and the second to the last number, and then the third number and third to the last number, and so on. So you can see we get 3 26s. There's 6 numbers. And when I pair them up this way, I get 3 pairs of 26s. So another way to do this would just be, all right, there's 3 times 26, which is 78. So that's the idea behind this formula I'm going to show you that gives us a shortcut. All right. So see if you can use that general idea to figure out this sum. So we're going to do, let's say n equals 1 to 10, and the rule is 7 minus 2n. So be careful. We're looking for the sum of the first 10 numbers. So go ahead and take a minute, see if you can figure that out. I'm going to go get a calculator. All right. So if I use this general idea that I used up here, I don't really need to find all 10 numbers. I could, but I really only need the first number and the last number, right? Because like up here where I did 3 plus 23 is 26, well, I know that this number is going to be the same as this number, and so on. So I'll do it the long way first, and then I'll do it using the shortcut. So the long way, if I put a 1 in there, I get 7 minus 2, so the first number is 5. And then it's just taking away 2 every time. So if I put a 2 in there, 7 minus 4, which is 3, and then it's going to go down to 1. And then it goes down 2 again, so negative 1. Goes down 2 again, negative 3. Goes down 2 again, negative 5. Goes down 2 again, negative 7. Then negative 9. Then negative 11. Then negative 13. So let me make sure it's 10 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, if you don't if you didn't understand that I'm just taking away 2 every time, starting with 7 minus 2, you can use your calculator. We'll go to y equals and put this explicit rule in with an x, and then just go to your table, and we're starting with 1, so right there's the first number, right? So first we get 5, and then you get 3, and you can see it's the same as these numbers here, right? It's 5, 3, 1, negative 1, negative 3, negative 5, negative 7, negative 9, negative 11, and negative 13 is the 10th number. All right, so we just need to add these up. Notice that all of these right here, these all cancel each other out, don't they? Those cancel, so that's just 0. So really I just need to add these up to get the sum. So that's negative 7 plus negative 9 plus negative 11 plus negative 13. Negative 40. Negative 40. All right, so that's the long way. Now let's do it using the shortcut idea. The shortcut idea means I only need the first number, which is here, and the last number, which is here. Because when I add them like this, what do I get? Negative 13 minus 5 is what? That's negative 8, I guess, right? Negative 8. And then if I add these right here, I get negative 8 again. And then if I add these up, I'm going to get negative 8 again. So I'm going to get 5 negative 8s. There's 10 numbers. There's going to be 5 of these negative 8s. So the answer is 5 times negative 8, which is negative 40. So that's the same answer as here, but using the shortcut. So we're going to write that idea, this shortcut idea, in a formula. So basically, to find the sum of the first n numbers in an arithmetic sequence, remember this is only works for arithmetic sequences, it's going to be the number of numbers divided by 2 times the first number plus the last number. Now typically when you see this formula in a book or on a test, it'll look probably like this. A1 plus a sub n. Hey, what's up?
Sorry.
That's all right.